Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, where we see through the corporate fog, and today we're diving into a rather niche yet important report from EQT Private Equity Company LLC. It seems like they've been busy calculating some important numbers for their investors. Now this is a Form 8K, an important filing that tells us about big events happening at a company that investors need to know about right away. For EQT Private Equity Company LLC on the 18th of December 2025, they announced key financial figures. The main story here is about something called transactional net asset value. Think of this as the ticket price for shares in EQT Private Equity Company LLC. It is the price at which the company sells its shares and also buys them back from investors. This number is super important because it directly impacts how much an investor gets when they buy or sell their stake. On the 18th of December 2025, their manager EQT Partners Inc. determined this crucial value per share. We're looking at figures as of the 30th of November 2025, and there are quite a few different classes of shares. Let's look at some of these share classes. For instance, Class I shares had a transactional net asset value per share of $28.45. Then we have Class A, I shares at $28.6, and for Class E shares, the value was $29.12. Class Q shares clocked in at $29.27. Similarly, Class H shares were also valued at $29.27, and Class T shares were also at $29.27. It is interesting to note that as of the 30th of November 2025, there were no Class D shares, Class S shares, Class J1 shares, and Class J2 shares outstanding. This just means those particular types of shares weren't being actively traded or held by anyone at that specific time. The company also mentions that these transactional net asset value per share figures are available on their website. Now, while the website might have more details on this, we always stick to what is in the official filing here to give you the most direct insights. The filing also points us to Exhibit 99.1, which provides more details about the net asset value as of the 30th of November 2025. This is where a lot of the really granular financial information would be. These kinds of details are essential for investors to understand the underlying value of their investment in private equity. Now, looking at these numbers for EQT Private Equity Company LLC, it tells us that the company is actively managing its share price and providing this transactional net asset value. This is standard practice for many private equity funds, as it allows for regular pricing of their shares and facilitates investor subscriptions and redemptions. The slight variations between the share classes likely reflect different fee structures or investor terms that are built into each class. What is notable is that this report focuses solely on this net asset value figure. There is no mention of massive operational changes or new strategies being implemented that often come with other types of filings. It is a very focused announcement on the valuation of the fund's shares. This suggests a period of stability or a routine update, rather than a significant event that would drastically alter the company's trajectory. So what does this all mean for EQT Private Equity Company LLC and its investors? Well, it confirms that the company is operating on a steady path, providing transparent and regular updates on its share valuation. The consistency in the net asset value across several share classes might indicate a well-managed and stable underlying portfolio of assets. For investors, this kind of clarity is key. It helps them make informed decisions about buying or selling their shares knowing the current price. The fact that they are an emerging growth company means they get some regulatory flexibility, but they have elected not to use extended transition periods for new or revised financial accounting standards. This shows a commitment to adopting current accounting practices promptly, which is generally a positive sign for transparency and investor confidence. Ultimately, this filing serves as a data point for investors in EQT Private Equity Company LLC. It is a snapshot of the fund's value per share as of a specific date. There are no major red flags or extraordinary gains or losses reported. Here it is more of a standard operational update. The key takeaway is the consistent and clearly communicated valuation of the company's shares. Businesses like this usually focus on long-term growth and steady returns, so this type of regular reporting is just part of that ongoing strategy. Alright, that is our breakdown of EQT Private Equity Company LLC's latest filing. What is your take on these numbers and what they signal for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description. Thanks for watching. See you next time.